everybody, it's Emily at ARG Schooling, and today I'm going to show you my currently reading and my TBR pile. So, for those of you who don't know, I run the business Build Your Library, which I write homeschool curriculum, literature-based lesson plans, and unit studies. So right now I am writing the grade 9 lesson plans, which when I started Build Your Library, I intended to go K to 8. That was that. I was going to get K through 8 done. I had done those grade levels with my kids. I was good to go. So I wrote those, and then people started asking about high school, and I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I was talking to my husband about it, and he's like, well, you're going to write 9th grade for the boys anyway. I mean, my twins are going to be 9th grade in the fall, so I was coming up with lesson plans for them and figuring out what I was going to do. And it was like, you know what? I'm already writing them. So I announced that I was going to write grade 9. And that's turning into quite the beast. So my TBR today is pretty much my wrap-up. I set my deadline for getting grade 9 ready to publish and be done in July, which is a reasonable deadline if I had nothing else to do. But I also homeschool, and I also have to do all this stuff, and we're doing renovations on the house right now. So I am in the middle of packing up all of our books and stuff downstairs so we can get the shelves off the floor for getting flooring put in, and we're going to be putting in bookshelves, like floor-to-ceiling bookshelves, which I'm really excited about, but I have to pack everything up, and I'm like, when's the best time to do home renovations? When you're super stressed. It just adds another layer of fun. So, while I'm excited about the renovations, it's just blah. Anyway, I wanted to talk about my TBR, because I usually don't do TBR videos, because I always overestimate, and I am probably wildly overestimating right now, but this is like what I have left. So the stuff I'm going to talk about first is just my own personal reading and what I'm doing with my kids. So first up, we are currently reading Red Rising. This is our read aloud. I've been wanting to read this for forever. My son got it for Christmas. And I said, why don't we do this as a read aloud? Because I want to read it too, and I think everyone would like it. So we just started it a few days ago, so we're only 7 chapters in, but so far so good. I also run a tween book club. This is the last month of the book club this month through C Homeschoolers, and our last book is Nancy Farmer's The Sea of Trolls. So I'm reading that so I can discuss it with the kids. And this book is also one of those that I've been wanting to read for forever. I love Nancy Farmer's writing, and Vikings is like one of my favorite things, so I think this is going to be a good book, and I've just started it. I'm only a few chapters in, but so far I'm really enjoying it. So reading on my Kindle American Gods by Neil Gaiman, which I'm just reading for my own amusement, no other obligations, and I was really excited to finally pick it up. I know they're making it into a TV series, I think on Starz, and I'm really excited about it. It's going to have Ricky Whittle in it, and I loved him on The 100 as Lincoln, so I'm like, oh, I'm excited. So I'm only like 30 pages in or so, but it's really good so far. I mean, it's Neil Gaiman. Of course it's good. Okay, so now let's get into the monster that I have unleashed upon myself. Currently halfway through Raptor Red by Robert T. Baker, and this is such a weird and quirky and really interesting book. I had originally had Jurassic Park in my pile, but I started having second thoughts about it. I know some of the science and the paleontology isn't accurate in the book, and that kind of bothered me a little bit, so I was looking for an alternate type of story, and I came across Raptor Red, which is, it says it's the story of a Utahraptor told from the Utahraptor's perspective. So it's a story about dinosaurs told by the dinosaurs, but not really, because it reads exactly like you're watching a really well done nature documentary. Like, it's literally, this could be the script for a really amazing nature documentary about dinosaurs. So it's really interesting and very science-y. And I'm really actually liking it quite a lot, so I'm like halfway through. I should be able to finish this up in a couple of days. Then I'm going to read Taming of the Shrew. That's going to be our Shakespeare book for grade 9. I want to have a Shakespeare play at each grade level. Starting in 8th grade, we did Midsummer Night's Dream. So this, I think, will be a good fit because I think this is a good one to introduce to younger readers, to young teens. It's amusing, it's fun. I love all the banter between Katerina and Petruchio. I think that, you know, this will appeal to younger teens. After that, I have Evolution, Me and Other Freaks by Robin Brand, and honestly don't know how I feel about this book yet. I mean, I haven't read it, obviously. I bought it based on the fact that it has some elements of evolution in it. It's, I think, about a girl who gets ostracized by her friends and her family because of her beliefs, and it has something to do with evolution being taught in schools, and it sounds really intriguing. I'm just not sure how it fits in grade 9 yet, or if it's the right book, but I'm intrigued and I'm going to read it and find out. Then I am reasonably confident that this book will definitely be in grade 9. This is The Inheritors by William Golding. It fits the prehistory. It's about Neanderthals, and it's written by William Golding, who wrote Lord of the Flies. So this hits a couple of my ticks. It's prehistory. It's very literary. So I think this will be a good fit in grade 9. And then I have, this book is Eva by Peter Dickinson, and this, I want to say, is about a girl who is in a really traumatic car accident, and she wakes up in the hospital and she's not really sure what's wrong with her, but she feels like there's something different, and they have given her the brain of an ape, or replaced parts of her brain with an ape brain. I'm not really sure. I haven't read it yet, but I was intrigued. It fits the theme, again, of how we're so closely related to apes, and I just feel like this would be a really interesting perspective and an interesting read for grade 9, and it's Peter Dickinson, and his books are pretty good, so I'm excited to get to that. Then I have Flowers for Algernon by Daniel Keyes. This is another book that I've really been wanting to read for a long time that I just, you know, haven't gotten to. So I decided that this was going to be the year I read it. I bought it. I stuck it in my grade 9 pile because I feel like even though this has nothing to do with prehistory, it does have some elements that, in my brain at least, make it fit into that grade level because of the topics it discusses. Like, it kind of goes back to back with Eva about somebody having their brain altered and what that does to them and how it changes them, and I feel like this book would probably make a good fit. I'm reasonably certain this will also be in grade 9. Then I have A Bone from a Dry Sea, also by Peter Dickinson, and this one caught my eye because, well, one, prehistory, and Peter Dickinson, but also it's got time travel aspects to it. I believe it's about a girl who time travels back in time to prehistoric times, and it also has the missing link elements about, you know, what was in between, like how do we go from nearly an ape to Homo sapien. So I feel like this could be an interesting book to add in. It's really short too. It's only 176 pages, so it's a pretty quick read. But again, reasonably certain this will be in grade 9. I have to decide between these 3 books. I have 3 books here that could be a good fit. I'm just not sure which one I'm going to choose because I can't fit all 3. So I've got The Kin, Peter Dickinson. This is a bind-up of 4 of his novels in one, but they all go together to tell one overarching story. So it sounds really interesting, and it takes place in Africa. Then I also have Great Sky Woman by Stephen Barnes, and this also, I believe, takes place in Africa. And it's just about prehistoric peoples and how they lived and their survival. And then I also have The Clan of the Cave Bear by Jean M. Auel, which I am not really 100% on board with this being in grade 9. I've heard some things about it might not quite work. I don't know. But again, I don't think I'm going to get to all 3. So probably whichever one I end up reading first, I'm going to end up deciding on that one. I have The Sixth Extinction by Elizabeth Kolbert. I was told to check this one out by a couple different people, and I'm actually really excited to get to it. It's a Pulitzer Prize winning book. It has to do with mass extinctions, and that's definitely a topic that we're going to be discussing in grade 9 with prehistory and everything, about all the different mass extinctions and what is the next one, the sixth extinction. So, yeah, I'm really interested to read this. Obviously, it's nonfiction, but I've heard it's very readable, so I'm really looking forward to getting into it. And finally, I have this beast of a book. I don't know if this is actually going to... This is definitely going to end up bleeding into June. So I don't see how I'm possibly... This book is The Ancestor's Tale by Richard Dawkins, and it fits the theme beautifully. This is definitely going to be something we use in grade 9. This book I'm really excited to get into. We were reading Magic of Reality by Richard Dawkins this year, and I really am enjoying that quite a lot. And I want to do some more of his books, and so I'm pretty certain this will definitely be in grade 9. I just have to get into it. It's like over 600 pages, but which that's not as long as you would think, but it's really, really, really dense. Like, the writing is very small. It's going to take some time, but I really want this in grade 9. So that is what I'm going to be doing this month. I don't know. I'm going to have to lock myself in my room, especially on the weekends, and just be like, no one talk to me. I have to read and write lesson plans, and I have to get this done. I have to. So we'll see how much of it I actually get done this month. I don't know. I feel like I have to get all the reading done by the end of this month so that I can start getting all the typing and the formatting and everything done, because everything right now is written in notebooks. Like, I always have a notebook next to me, so I've got like 3 notebooks full of notes for the different books, and it has to all end up in the computer so that I can start putting it together in a format that people can actually use. So that has to get done if I'm going to have this thing ready to sell in 2 months. In 2 months. 2 months. What? Where's this year going? It's flying. I'm not prepared. So what are you reading this month? What's on your TBR in May? Tell me what you're reading in the comments down below. I'd love to hear about it. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy reading. Bye!